What is better as we age, strength training or cardio? Today, we know that if you don't exercise, you can't expect to age with good health. However, when the negative changes from neglecting your body finally knock at your door, that's when many people start to take action. Medical advice is usually clear. Walk every day. But is that really enough? Or does your body need something more? Will heavy strength training destroy your joints? Or is it exactly what you need? Today, you'll finally see what's better after 50, strength training or cardiovascular exercises. Before we begin, tell me in the comments your name and how long you've been training. Let's start with the benefits of cardio after 50. Benefit number 1, strengthening the cardiovascular system. The heart is a muscle, and like any other, it needs to be trained. After 50, it no longer responds the same way as it did at 20 or 30. Regular cardio, such as brisk walking, cycling, or light jogging, strengthens the heart, improves its ability to pump blood, and reduces the risk of arrhythmias. Studies show that people over 50 who do cardio have up to 30% less chance of suffering serious cardiovascular events. Can you imagine the impact of this on your daily life? Additionally, aerobic training helps control resting heart rate, making the body more efficient. A common mistake is thinking that only long workouts work. The truth is that even 20 minutes done well already brings enormous benefits. Benefit number 2, improve circulation and blood pressure control. With aging, arteries tend to lose elasticity, increasing the risk of hypertension. Cardio acts as a flexibility exercise for blood vessels, improving flow and preventing pressure buildup. Research from the American Heart Association shows average reductions of 5 to 7 millimeters of mercury in blood pressure in adults who do moderate cardio regularly. This means less strain on the heart and lower risk of stroke. To perform it correctly, you don't need to run marathons. Consistent brisk walks are already extremely effective. What many people don't know is that activities like climbing stairs or dancing also count as cardio. Benefit number 3, regulation of cholesterol and blood sugar. Cardio helps balance your lipid profile, increasing HDL cholesterol, known as good cholesterol, and reducing LDL, the bad cholesterol. Additionally, it increases insulin sensitivity, essential for preventing resistance and type 2 diabetes, so common after 50. A meta-analysis published in Diabetes Care showed that just 150 minutes of weekly cardio reduces the risk of developing diabetes by up to 40%. The secret is in consistency, not intensity. Walking 30 minutes for 5 days a week is already enough. A common mistake is thinking that only sweating buckets on the treadmill will help control blood sugar. In fact, moderate workouts done regularly are more effective and sustainable. Benefit number 4, contributes to brain health. The brain also benefits immensely from cardio. Increased brain oxygenation improves memory, focus, and even speed of reasoning. Studies show that active older adults have a lower risk of developing neurodegenerative diseases such as Alzheimer's. What makes this benefit particularly valuable is that it manifests quickly. A few weeks of cardio already bring a feeling of greater mental clarity. Imagine your brain as an old computer full of files. Cardio is like an update that frees up memory and improves performance. A common mistake is thinking that reading and mental games are enough. They help, but without physical activity, the brain's hardware doesn't receive adequate fuel. Benefit number 5, direct impact on mood and fighting depression. Regular cardio practice releases endorphins and serotonin, neurotransmitters linked to feelings of well-being. After 50, when many face loneliness or life transitions, aerobic exercise acts as a natural antidepressant. Research from Duke University indicates that in some cases, cardio has an effect equivalent to medications in treating mild to moderate depression. Additionally, those who practice cardio regularly tend to sleep better, wake up more refreshed, and handle stress more evenly. A common mistake is waiting for motivation to start. The secret is to start small. 10 minutes are already enough to trigger the chemical mechanisms of well-being. Now let's compare with the benefits of strength training after 50. Benefit number 1, positive impact on hormones such as testosterone and GH. After 50, there's a natural decline in testosterone and growth hormone production, known as GH, which are fundamental for strength, muscle mass, and vitality. Strength training is one of the few natural stimuli capable of promoting the release of these hormones, helping maintain energy, libido, and vigor. Research shows that progressive overload strength training increases acute testosterone release by up to 25%. A common mistake is thinking that only young people can achieve this response. Even at advanced ages, the body responds. albeit on a smaller scale. To benefit, prioritize compound exercises such as squats, bench press, and deadlifts, which recruit large muscle groups. Benefit number 2, prevention of sarcopenia. Sarcopenia is the progressive loss of muscle mass linked to aging. Without strength stimulus, it's estimated that a person over 50 loses 1 to 2% of muscle mass per year. This process reduces mobility, increases the risk of falls, and diminishes independence. Strength training acts directly against this, stimulating hypertrophy and preserving fast-twitch muscle fibers, crucial for maintaining power and reflexes. The beauty of strength training lies in its ability to reverse a condition that seemed inevitable. A common mistake is thinking that walking is already enough to maintain muscles. Walking is great for the heart, but doesn't generate enough mechanical overload to preserve musculature. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Having constant access to science-based information is what will make you progress with health in the long term in the world of strength training. Benefit number 3. Increase or maintenance of bone density. With advancing age, the risk of osteoporosis increases, especially in women after menopause. Strength training, by applying load to the bones through muscle contraction, directly stimulates bone formation. Studies show that people over 50 who practice strength training have up to 13% more bone mineral density compared to sedentary individuals. The secret lies in the principle of overload. Bones adapt when they are challenged. Exercises such as squats, rows, and bench press are allies in this process. A common mistake is thinking that calcium supplements alone solve the problem. Without mechanical stimulation, calcium doesn't fix efficiently. It's strength training that gives the signal to the bone to become stronger. Benefit number 4. Improved posture and prevention of joint pain. With age, poor posture and muscle weakness overload joints and increase lower back, neck, and shoulder pain. Strength training strengthens the spine stabilizers, erector spinae, and postural muscles, correcting imbalances. Those who train strength regularly tend to have less chronic pain and more mobility. A common mistake is believing that strength training damages the joints. The truth is the opposite. When properly executed, it strengthens ligaments, tendons, and increases joint lubrication. For beginners, it's essential to learn correct technique and start with moderate weights. What many people don't know is that scapular retraction, for example, protects the shoulders during chest exercises and prevents injuries. Benefit number 5. Improved functional strength for daily activities. Strength training isn't just about aesthetics, it's functionality. Climbing stairs, carrying groceries, getting up from the floor, or playing with grandchildren are tasks that require strength. Muscle loss after 50 compromises these basic functions, but strength training restores autonomy. A study published in the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research showed that older adults who trained strength for 12 weeks had improvement of up to 33% in simple daily activities. Functional strength comes from multi-joint exercises such as deadlifts, squats, and push-ups. A common mistake is separating the gym from real life. In fact, each well-done repetition is an investment to maintain independence and quality of life. Now let's compare both types of exercises on the main points of our health. Comparative point number 1, longevity. When it comes to living longer, both cardio and strength training have complementary roles. Population studies show that physically active people live on average 5 to 7 years longer than sedentary ones. Cardio stands out for reducing the risk of heart disease, the leading cause of death after 50. Strength training preserves muscles and bones, preventing falls, fractures, and sarcopenia, which also reduce life expectancy. A common mistake is believing that walking already solves everything. Another mistake is thinking that just lifting weights is enough. For longevity, the secret is in the combination: cardio to keep the heart alive and strength training to keep the body functional. After all, what's the point of living longer if you don't have the strength to enjoy those extra years? Comparative point number 2, body composition. Body composition is the relationship between lean mass and fat. Cardio helps burn calories and reduce fat, but can lead to muscle loss if done in excess without strength stimulus. Strength training, on the other hand, increases lean mass, accelerates metabolism, and improves insulin sensitivity. For those who want to lose weight healthily, the ideal is not to choose between one or the other, but to combine both. A mistake I see many people make is relying only on restrictive diets combined with walking, resulting in weight loss but also muscle mass loss. The result is a more fragile body, the so-called skinny fat. Strength training is essential for sculpting the body, while cardio acts as a complement to keep fat under control. Comparative point number 3, quality of life. Quality of life isn't just the absence of disease, but the ability to perform simple tasks with autonomy. Cardio provides more disposition to walk, play with grandchildren, and climb stairs without shortness of breath. Strength training ensures strength to carry groceries, get up from a chair, or protect the spine from chronic pain. Those who combine both report feeling more energy and confidence. What many people don't know is that strength training can also reduce anxiety symptoms thanks to increased self-confidence and posture. Cardio acts as an outlet for stress, helping with daily mood. When we think about quality of life, cardio and strength training intertwine like two pieces of the same puzzle. Comparative point number 4, energy in daily life. Many after 50 complain of constant fatigue. Cardio increases the efficiency of the cardiovascular system, allowing the body to transport oxygen and nutrients more quickly. This results in more energy throughout the day. Strength training, in turn, strengthens muscles and reduces the effort needed for common activities. Carrying a grocery bag seems less heavy when your muscles are conditioned. A common mistake is thinking that cardio will use up energy and leave the person more tired. In reality, the opposite happens. Those who practice cardio regularly feel more energetic. In strength training, the mistake is training excessively without adequate rest, which can generate fatigue. The key is in balance, adjusting intensity and frequency according to your goal. The dilemma between strength training and cardio after 50 is often misinterpreted. It's not about choosing one and abandoning the other, but understanding the role of each modality and how to combine them to extract maximum benefit. This concept is called hybrid training, the strategic union of strength training with moderate aerobic sessions. This approach is now the most recommended by healthy aging specialists, precisely because it treats body and mind in an integrated way. Strength training works as a shield against muscle and bone fragility. Without it, sarcopenia and osteoporosis advance silently, reducing autonomy. Cardio protects the cardiovascular and respiratory systems, acting directly on heart and lung health. When combined, they create a more resilient, balanced body prepared for the challenges of aging. It's as if one were the lock and the other the key. Alone, they don't deliver the complete result. However, excess of either side can be harmful. Too much cardio can hinder hypertrophy, as it increases caloric expenditure and can make it difficult to gain muscle mass. Additionally, very long and frequent aerobic workouts can increase the risk of impact injuries. On the other hand, doing only strength training without any cardio can create overload on the heart and compromise cardiovascular health. The secret is in balance, giving the body varied stimuli in the right dose. A common mistake is thinking that combining strength training and cardio requires endless or daily workouts. In practice, small, well-distributed sessions are already sufficient to generate extraordinary results. For example, practicing strength training 3 times a week and inserting 2 short cardio sessions is a realistic and highly effective routine. These sessions can be brisk walks of 20 to 30 minutes, light cycling, or even jumping rope, which is simple but very efficient. Another strategy is to alternate light cardio right after strength training. This helps keep the heart active without hindering muscle recovery. Imagine finishing a strength workout and doing 10 to 15 minutes of cycling or brisk walking. This combination improves circulation, accelerates metabolite removal, and further enhances caloric expenditure. For those who already have a good conditioning base, short interval cardio sessions are great for gaining breath and improving overall performance. Another fundamental point is respecting scientific guidelines. The World Health Organization recommends at least 150 minutes of weekly moderate aerobic activity, such as walking, light running, or cycling. This means about 30 minutes a day, 5 times a week. Additionally, it guides the practice of at least 2 weekly sessions of muscle strengthening, that is, strength training. If we observe well, the ideal combination we are proposing fits exactly these recommendations, without exaggerations or unfeasible practices. A practical example of a routine for someone over 50 could be like this: Monday, strength training; Tuesday, brisk walk for 25 minutes; Wednesday, strength training again, varying exercises to stimulate muscles from different angles; Thursday, stationary bike for 20 minutes at a moderate pace; Friday, strength training, closing the strength week with emphasis on large muscle groups; Saturday and Sunday, active rest, which may include outdoor leisure, light walks, or stretching. This routine adds up exactly to the 150 minutes of cardio recommended by WHO, distributed in short workouts that are easy to fit into daily life, plus the 3 strength training sessions that preserve muscles and bones. What many people don't know is that you don't need to seek perfection or train every day. Consistency and gradual progression are the true drivers of longevity. An interesting point is that hybrid training also favors motivation. Many people give up because they get bored repeating the same type of training. Alternating strength and cardio breaks the monotony, making the journey more enjoyable. Additionally, results are perceived on different fronts: more energy, more strength, better sleep, less pain, and even a more confident posture. For those who want to go further, a good strategy is to periodize intensity. This means having weeks of slightly longer cardio and others focused on strength, always balancing loads. For example, in periods of high stress, giving priority to light cardio may be better to reduce blood pressure and improve mood. In phases of greater energy, increasing the intensity of strength training can help recover muscle mass more quickly. Therefore, there is no single answer to the question, strength training or cardio. Science shows that both are indispensable after 50. The ideal is to understand your main goal, and from there, give greater priority to one modality or the other. Those seeking rapid weight loss may initially focus on more cardio without setting strength training aside. Those who want to preserve physical autonomy should prioritize strength, including cardio in a complementary way. What matters is that the human body was made to move in various ways. By combining strength training and cardio in a hybrid routine, you ensure not only more years of life, but also more life in your years. This balance is the true secret to aging with health, energy, and vitality. If you liked this and also want to discover what's better for building muscle mass, slow repetitions or fast repetitions, we've left a video appearing right now on the screen showing that. Don't miss it. Thank you for watching this far, and may God bless you, my friend.